When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Ducks will put Todo leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long. So I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Ellington. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses. Lead the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the Lions.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He'll pull it. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Steps out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 31, and that is the way to get yourself a little daylight.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job. Lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick him up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Boone. Got his man quickly. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Ellington. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Unloads quickly. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Boone. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swan, so big playmaking is always a possibility. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCLA. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Complete to start this drive. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback looks for a little space. The Sneak scores it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Ellington. Under fire. Got his man downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The quick out.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Hill. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Snagged out of the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big... to get you back into it. You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Boone. He's got an open man. Racing down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He makes the catch. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to pass. It's Ellington. Gets rid of it. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
And the Nittany Lions will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Scrambling away. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it! That should be the final play of the first half. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. There he goes. It's a seam wide open. He's up to 73 yards rushing, and he gets closer and closer to a 1,500-yard season.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They're going to ride this running back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run from the shotgun. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Ducks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. No good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Punts it out of the air. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll run it again. Finds a little space. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Wide open downfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go right back to him. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To throw, it's Ellington. Rushes on him. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Nittany Lions started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Try to barge their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the opposite. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Toss sweep to the right. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, kicks on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking downfield, it's Boone. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards.
Number 12, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Ready, set.
Looking for space. It's Lewis. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but...
Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it. If it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by...
Fires one high and deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Ellington. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Here's a heat. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Nittany Lions will have it first and 10. Looking for room. It's Green. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Caught over the middle. It's Hill. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the gun on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Green. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Going up top again. Looking for the score. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here now.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Kearney on the Jets. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line with a big red zone opportunity here. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air, it's Ellington. Finds us back in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Wide open spaces. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Cut it. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to fire. Immediately fires to the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Intercepted deep in his own end. Trying to take it back. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown Ducks! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Ellington. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a
it.